What's up, guys? Mark back here with another video. I know that I said that I wasn't going to do any more videos this weekend, but I had a lot of people just, I don't know, man. You all thought that I treated the Sony unfairly, like I didn't give it a fair shot. So again, I woke up this morning with that nagging feeling and retested. This time I gave the Sony every advantage possible, okay? So this time I put the Sony on a tripod and used an optically stabilized lens. I used the 50mm f1.8 and I used the same Panasonic G85 with its kit lens. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few shots. I took 3 shots with each one just to make sure there was some level of margin of error, just in case something moved or whatever. And as a matter of fact, I even added an extra layer of security on for the Sony. I turned on its touchless shutter. So I set it down, waved my hand in front of the sensor, and it took the shot. I literally did not touch the camera at all on the Sony. I put it on touchless shutter and let it do its thing. No fault, no human intervention was introduced into these shots. So now let me proceed. Okay. So again, I took 3 shots with the Panasonic, 3 shots with the Sony. Here's the first one from Panasonic. And just for you all, I'm going to be uploading all these up onto a public Google gallery, and I will link that down in the description below. So the Panasonic, the Panasonic was all handheld. Both the lens stabilization and the camera stabilization was turned on, and this is what I got. Again, I can clearly and easily read the Netgear on my security cam router. Comcast here is easily viewable, and I can still read the Eris on the modem. Lots of detail down here in the grill. Let's even go up here to 200%. If there is any noise reduction applied on this Panasonic, I couldn't figure out how to turn it off, but I didn't see a setting for it. I'm new to Panasonic, so forgive me for not knowing right off the bat. But if there was noise reduction turned on, I couldn't figure out a way to turn it off. But as far as I know, there was no noise reduction turned on. So another shot, everything was consistently the same. I'm sitting there, hand holding the camera. So, you know, there's nothing blurry here, folks. I mean, I know that people on both sides, you Panasonic guys, you all are rooting for me right now. Here's my third shot. And you Sony guys, you're really hoping that, you know, I gave every advantage. And you're like, all right, now we're going to win this one. So there's the third shot. And this is the shot with the Sony on a tripod with an optically stabilized lens with touchless shutter. And I've got less resolution here. All the settings are the same, by the way. f4.5 at 1/5 of a second. And I let the ISO adjust itself depending on whatever the camera felt were going to be the best conditions. And just so we know exactly what it is, this is the first one from Sony, and it is... the ISO was 5,000. Let's just see what it was. The ISO for the Panasonic with the exact same settings was 4,000. Now, we also have to keep in mind that the Sony also has a 6 megapixel resolution advantage over the Panasonic. Keep all these things in mind. So, 50mm f4.5, 1/5 of a second, ISO 5,000. Now, in these shots, because of its advantage that I gave it stabilization on a tripod, I gave it an optically stabilized lens, and I used touchless shutter. I can now clearly read both the LG up here on the TV, the Comcast on the modem, or the Eris on the modem, and Comcast down here on my TV router. I don't have as much detail up here, and I'll flip back and forth. I can clearly see the Netgear better there. Now, it's a minor thing. Most people, you know, wouldn't care, but it is something to note. It's not going to make or break your decision. If you're on Sony's ding dong, you're not going to care about this small, minute detail. So let's zoom in here. This is the Panasonic third shot. So this is the detail of the grill on the front of the fireplace. Again, it's a little bit smudgy. Actually, you know, quite a bit smudgy. It's a very low light room. The exact same lighting conditions. The sun's not even up here yet. I woke up at about 4 o'clock this morning and started doing these tests. Now here's the Sony. Pretty good. But then again, so is the Panasonic. 4 micro 4/3 sensor. It's not horrible. Like I said, if there is some sort of noise reduction that smudges these images up, I have no idea where the setting is. All right, so let's check out the second image. So as you can see, here's the first one from Sony, second one from Sony, third one from Sony. All pretty consistent, as well they ought to be, because nothing was being moved. It had every advantage to beat, or to be better than, to be, you know, whatever, than the Panasonic. I will go ahead and give Sony credit where credit is due. Once it is stabilized, the details here in like the wood grain come out so much better on the Sony. It really does. And you can easily tell that. But with a megapixel advantage, it certainly should. Pretty stark differences there. But overall, I want to just say that the Panasonic, for its price point, if you had a better lens on the Panasonic, it would have done much, much better. If it didn't have to be at a 4.5, if it didn't have to have the gimped lens, really. I mean, because the 50 1.8 from Sony is an exceptionally sharp lens. Exceptionally sharp lens. So with every advantage that I gave the Sony, these from Panasonic are still not bad at all, considering that they are in low light, extremely low light, and being handheld. So to me, for the newbie, for anyone looking to get into a camera system that doesn't have to worry about a lens selection, doesn't have to worry about, you know, finagling or adapting some sort of lens, the Panasonic genuinely is an amazing option. Even if you're not a newbie and you just want a really capable and complete system, plenty of lenses, lots and lots of perks for those of us that do vlog style videos with the flip out screen and the touch screen is such a joy to work with. But these tests here, they show you that you can get almost the exact same result with these two different cameras. I mean, to me, it really is quite amazing how good you can, how good of an image you can get hand holding it in damn near, you know, darkness. I mean, it was, I had one light on in the room that I was in, and it was one of those ceiling lights that points up. So horrible lighting conditions, absolutely terrible lighting conditions. And I'm quite impressed. I think that Panasonic is doing a really good job compensating for a lot of the pitfalls that people encounter when they start in photography. Being able to get these low shutter speed shots, especially in auto mode, because as soon as these cameras start dropping their shutter speed down, most people just ruin batches upon batches of photographs, you know, that they never had a chance because they don't know how to use manual mode. So I just wanted to go ahead and share that video with you guys. I hope that this helps someone out there make a decision genuinely. And like I said, I'm going to be uploading these onto a Google album, and I'll have that link in the description down below. Anyway, guys, thanks again for stopping here at the Photo Video Show. I'm your host, Mark Puckett, and I will see you guys again on the next one. Peace out.